Hello, and welcome. I'm Nick, and welcome to another episode of Doom Wad Travelogue. No gimmick this week. You will not see me wearing a tie this week, or perhaps ever again, because let me be real, I hate it. It's better when I'm doing it by choice, but I do not like it. I do not like dressing up nice. Work clothes are my bane. Uh, Breaks my back, and I don't watch Superman. Uh, this is the show where we say, even though it is not a great time to go out right now, it's still not really safe. We're getting there, good news on the horizon, but for the time being, it's still not a great idea. That doesn't mean we can't explore new and interesting places. We're just doing it in the form of community built Doom maps and WADs is how they're collected. Today we're looking at something. Listen, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Uh, I'm finally at a point, recovered from Extra Life, getting things back into daily routines, all of that normal stuff. But today we're starting to show late. Normally we do like 2. Today we're doing it at like 5, so that's cool. But it means I'm tired. I'm tired than usual, so let's do a real chill stream today. And I'm actually saying let's pick up with our old friend Doom the Way It Did. Just like some Doom. We're back in the Doom engine. We're back in GZ Doom. This is not somebody else's IP. This isn't Castlevania. This isn't Mario. Let's just relax. Let's just look at some maps, and we'll look at some maps. So we've already done the first 2 episodes of this, I believe. I'm pretty sure we finished an episode per episode the last 2 times we played this. I'll be honest, I didn't go back and check. See footnote, see the part about the tired. But so today I'm going to take us right into episode 3, Inferno. I'm not sure about Thy Flesh Consumed, because that's... We can talk about that another day, but... Doom Shareware was the first episode. Real Doom was added the second 2 episodes, Shores of Hell and Inferno. Then Doom 2 happened. Then Doom 2 had Plutonia and TNT that were like the official expansion WADs or whatever. I'd start losing track around then. But then later they came back and they added episode 4, Thy Flesh Consumed. And then I want to say since then there's now a 5th one, but I forget if that is actually just... I forget if that came out before Sigil, or if that is Sigil, or if Sigil goes at the end of this list, or if it was a standalone thing, because I remember it was like meant to be a standalone. We can get into that another day. Today we're looking at Doom the Way It Did, Inferno. Right, and for those of you who are new to the show, we are here for the exploration, not for the challenge. So that means we're playing on the easiest, and if we start hitting our heads up against a brick wall of challenge or confusion or whatever, we'll go into God mode or no clip or whatever it takes to see through the end of the levels. And are we going? Are we going? Hey, by the way, is everything working? I was learning things today about webcam drivers and just annoying things. So I think today my webcam should be a little better on the latency and the frame rate. But you never know. As soon as you touch one thing, everything breaks. That's just how things go. So let me full screen and let's get into this. So, okay. Episode 1 is Phobos, where, demons are spilling into the labs. Episode 2 is Deimos, which is like the ground zero of, like, that is where the ground zero lab of the breakout was, which is why that one's sort of like a half and half. And then Inferno is through the looking glass, if you will, and like now we're just in hell. So let's see what some other people interpret Hell Doom as. Alright, how's everybody doing today? Are we... Is everybody good? Is everybody just chilling? Do I want these? Am I willing to take the hit? Yeah, it's fine. So over there it's rock, and then over here it's like brain, intestine, squid tentacles. I don't know what it's specifically supposed to be, but it does look adequately grody. Unsettling. Everything about Inferno is like, you know, unsettling, right? But then we got this solid red brick. And the like chessboard wood, well, this is a staircase, but I don't know. I love this floor pattern because it's just like, why would demon hordes go out of their way to build something with like a chessboard pattern to it, you know? Alright. Shotgun. So this is gonna lower. Alright, so giving us a little window. Oh, we got, right, because it gave us a box of ammo, so it's just like, yeah! We're gonna make you struggle, but we're gonna make it easy for you to struggle. Is what you say when you say, here is 1 billion ammo for the starting pistol. Alright, thank you. So now we could just drop here, but they put a door for a reason, right? Or does this door just stay locked? Nope, regular door, so you have options for how you want to leave. Which I don't know, I feel like this feels... I actually like this view a lot. This feels a lot more like the side... Like if this is a sort of castle, if this is fortifications, I feel like this is the side that you would want to have towards enemy. It's imposing. It has that like wrap around, like when you approach, you are surrounding yourself kind of feeling. The stairs do make it feel really accessible. But compare that to here, we're like no door, very very subtle, very underplayed. It almost feels like walking in like a. Almost feels like the castle's loading dock on this side. I don't know if that reads to anybody else, but... Alright, so... We're up here, and I guess we're gonna be falling down there into the brain crevasse. Can I... Okay. Oh good, 1 rocket. I love it when... it tells me I'm going to be wanting rockets soon. How's our map look? Simple. I like it. I will say this is already a nice, it's working nicely with elevation differences. It's, there's no branching paths. This is definitely not like a hub. This is a very straightforward pathing, but it's playing with indoor and outdoor. It's playing with heights. It already put in a window and sort of like the U-based pathing and buttons for doors, and you hit the button and you don't see what it does, but the only way back you see the obvious thing that has changed. It's very obvious what changed there. So this is one of those cases where I would call this simplistic but well executed so far. Straightforward but well executed. See, even like that, like I figured we'd be going somewhere else and like we'd come back out this door later, but no, like this is still just, that was a detour. We're still going through this door. We still, when we came out the last door, we saw our next goal and then we worked our way there. It's good to show the goal, like when you've reached your last goal, it is good to see the next goal, so that way even if you have to take detours or like run around a bit, you still know. It's just like, okay, have I reached that thing yet? No, then I'm still working towards that. It's good to have goals on the screen, like when they talk about Call of Duty and you know you just follow waypoints to the next thing. That's like why, but that's sort of like the brute force way of doing it. It's just like here's the waypoint, and you have something through the wall. It's over there somewhere. But you know, just sort of find whatever door can lead you to that, and that'll get you there. But if you have, you know, if you're making good use of windows, if you're making good use of just like sight lines and like making sure that you can see it, like that's what you use windows for, right? So you can see something while actually not letting you get there. It's the same thing as a waypoint, but if you put like a big obviously lit thing or like visual communication, like this is a door, this is the texture that we use for every door. Really? All right. If you just cut windows so that you can see that, then you don't need the waypoint, because instead of drawing the waypoint on the wall, you just see the thing that the waypoint is on through the wall, and that works. And like, that's one of those things where it's just like old school. They found like a really satisfying solution to the problem, and then it like kind of got forgotten, maybe. Or we were like, hey, we came up with these more elaborate tools that we can use to solve the same problem, and it's just like, yeah, but it's not a better solution. That's one of those like mistaking the new solution for a better solution, you know? That's not always the case. Some people might argue that is rarely the case. What? Oh, okay. Engage the elevator. Alright. Let's just... Hey, howdy. Let's just... Okay. We are looking into a place we haven't been to before. Hang on. Oh, okay, so I came down here, but this would have led here. Okay. And then you would have seen the switch and the thing the switch is for at the same place. We just took that branch first. And we go, and all right. If an antechamber is the room that is right after the entrance, what's the opposite? What is the room right before the exit? Because we teleported to that. Oh, good. Let's visit the City of Corpses. Whoa. Nope. Fake door. Oh. Okay. So it says city, but that's how you want to start, right? Is there a special name for like a city with a roof? You know what I mean? Not like a domed city, but like enclosed. A mall. I think I'm thinking of a mall. It's like, yeah, what if we had city blocks, but they were caged in? See, I want to touch that, but it has a different wall, and it's very easy, and it has a pedestal, and that usually means, hey, this is gonna do something. It has a very gross wall. There's a very good use of very gross textures. Okay. Okay. This touches things we haven't seen before. Alright, a very hidden one way. I like that. This is where we came in. Okay. Wait, so you're telling me this is a door? Maybe that'll open later. Actually, if this ends up being a level that is one of those, like, opens as you traverse, that'd be cool. Hey, little guy. I know it's rude to come into your house like this and just... But I don't want you messing with me later. See, so one place those doors aren't interactable, but now they are, so, you know. Whoops. 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 Let me just keep saying whoops. Perhaps oopsie doodle? That doesn't look familiar. Good, that place I don't know where it is now has a bridge. It's possible we were right there and I just didn't look at it. Apparently that's something I do, is sometimes I just don't look at things, like... You telling me you're a door? Oh! That... Was that door there last time we came through? Alright, and here's this, and here's that, and I gotta jump over here. Oh! Alright, that's nice of them to tie them together so we can just get both. Oh, hey, guy. I did not mean to jump. Oh, right, I put jump there, too. Ah! Ooh. I never remember those guys having that much health. I don't know, is that just me? Like, they're supposed to be missiles. Why do they also have to be tanks? Hey, guy. So many of those shots are whiffing. There we go. So we got... Whoa! Oh! I should probably pay attention to, you know, things and stuff. Here we go. That's what I want to see. This is just our street sweeper, kind of. Just here to mop up. Alright, got that now. I don't know where I am. Still doesn't really feel like a city. Okay, yellow door, got that. This would be a blue door. I like skipped this whole area. This is still traversable now. It's not locked behind anything. Okay, we were up there, so I think we would have seen the key over here. And then these fellows, gentlemans, because they're gentle monsters. Now it's time for our blue key. I mean, I have all these bullets to go around. I might as well just... Oh, right. There was a whole suit. There's something about this room right here that works really well for me. I don't know what it is. Something about the windows. Something like they're not floor to ceiling. They're like big wide windows. They're along the edge here. But it does something to give this room like a nice feeling of space. Like it's I've been in hallways that feel like this in real life, and they're the kind of hallways that feel like a hallway that is good to linger in, because it feels really spacious for some reason. I can't quite articulate it. But you look at it and you go like, oh no, yeah, this is like, we can stand against this wall and leave plenty of space for the people to actually, you know, still use it as a hallway. And it has nice view. It might be that it is dark in here while the skybox outside still looks pretty light. So it has that it's always a little weird to like be in a space that has a window that you can see daylight through, but actually like is shaded from daylight at the same time. That's sort of, because like you know, how many or almost like a gazebo feeling, you know, but the kind that's big enough that even if light is getting in at an angle, there's still like a dark space in the middle, you know. I'm still not entirely sure what I'm trying to get at. That's a little above my skill of understanding. Hey, do we want to get in real quick and just have a sidebar about the skill of understanding, about the skill of like knowing what you're looking for and being able to recognize it, never mind being able to reproduce it? See, I just opened that up and I don't feel safe because how did that switch not also let monsters in from everywhere? Okay, that's connects to something for sure. What? Okay. That's a key? It's a drunk 4. Yeah, I don't feel like going back up those blood steps. And if we go this way, yeah, this is where this came in. So now we just go back out the blue door and over to yellow. Okay. This area feels a little weird, right? Because we ended up here and there's this whole zone that we're looking at. So this is all like one, like it's clearly 3 different areas just in terms of available pathways, and you know, this is a cliff, that's a cliff, so those are one-way paths, and then this one path down there, they're not all traversable to each other, although we could skip that and get up there. I don't know if there's any use to that. But so like there's a lot of like traversable open space over here, but really so far this hallway between these 2 doors has been sort of like the thoroughfare, but it's over here on the side. I don't know, if it feels weird. I'm not sure if I'm getting the like city part of this, like City of Corpses, right? Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm kind of getting it, because we are definitely having this feeling of like, here's some open areas and here's some smaller areas, and the smaller areas are self-contained, like they're individual rooms and individual buildings, right? So we're getting some of that, but that's a short hop. This is somewhere, I'm sure. That opened something. I heard it open something. Oh, come on. Alright, so we're gonna grab this. We're gonna push this switch, and that's gonna raise that. Okay, and I guess that's how... Okay, so now, ow, we're up here. Okay, so this is the backside of this area. That's where we came in-ish. Is this what opened, and now we can get up there? That feels new. But it raised this bridge. So now we can get over there. Because, yeah, I think if we skipped over, we would end up here, right? We could run down that whole thing and get here. And This is just... Okay, so this is just where we came in. Okay. So it's a lot of, like, open and overlapping space, but to no particularly useful end? Aside from, like, the end, the best end I can find is that it makes this feel like the open part, the outside of the city, right? That has all these individual buildings in it. And, like, that's a perfectly noble function. Maybe it feels a little weird and not quite like an urban city as we might usually know it, because it's normally the pathways of a regular city are confusing because of, you know, like the roads go around the buildings, right? You put the building there and then the roads connect them and then it's that. Here, the pathways aren't necessarily roads connecting the buildings. The pathways, the roads are like this mishmash of cliffs and pathways and heights that came first, and the buildings are just dotted amongst it. Like this almost feels like this it feels like a camp. It feels like a camp style settlement, but more up to the scope of city, because the distance between the buildings and the size of the individual buildings are like bigger than like settlement cabins. I knew somebody was throwing something. Red key is cool. Nope. Nope. Have not seen what we need red key for yet. Oh, hey, another review. Ow. Okay, but that dropped that. See, that's a thing right there, though, because there's rockets in there, so there's a way to open this, I think. You see anything else that looks like a hidden switch or something to shoot, or if you wanted to make it like an accidental discovery, you could make the back wall of that shootable to open that. Okay. Oh, here we go. Come in from that side. All right, that's pretty good. And it has a different side texture to suggest it is not just the static. It is not static like the staircases. All right, that's pretty good. And that window was just enough to like hint you to remind you to check it. Okay, this is a red door. I just looked at the other building first. There's our exit. Our exit makes it look like we get in there from here. Oh, okay. It's like a wraparound porch. Okay, I like that. So that's that's like a really good window. It mixes our indoor and outdoor. Our path through the building takes place both inside and outside of it. Oh, that's two different ones. Right, that's okay. Elevators, got it. Love it. That's not how doors work. It's fine, but I do want to know what's in this one, though. Okay, this is the special one. This is a nice secret one. Why is this lit? Okay, because of that. Yeah, alright. It's hard to do the, like, window lighting because when you think about the way that light enters a window, if the inside of the room isn't lit and you have a window, the wall that the window is on doesn't get lit because the light comes through and lights the opposite wall. This one will have some light because of, like, reflected light, if you want to really get into light waves and reflection and how particle waves and stuff work, which I don't, but... I kind of like the, sort of like suggesting the continuation of the wall and suggesting the barrier of the room using the power-ups. Weird to then, because what you're doing with that is the power-ups are creating a optimal pathway for collection that is then perpendicular to the path that you would actually want to travel down. And that's odd. No, that still hurts. Well, oh, you can walk out. I had no reason to guess that you could walk out that, except for it is unlikely that they would create a such like a soft lock room like that. It just hasn't been the style of any of these maps yet. What is this one called? I'm not going to try and pronounce that. Okay, but we can just walk through these. Why not? Hello, thank you. Now we're over here, and I've completely lost sense of where I am. Three. Click. No, that was something else. And it's repeatable, so it's something I gotta race for. It's that. Okay, I can do that. That's easy. Oh, rude. All right, don't go for it. It's a trap. It's a rudeness. Good. Oh. All right, but what do I want these for? These are for traversing dark areas. I have not seen a perfectly dark area I would need them for yet. Let me just get that rocket. Alright, I'm out here. I'm kind of safe out here now because of the suit. Yeah. Okay, I guess that's like a waterfall? Blood waterfall? My new band? Blood Waterfall? We do like, you know, ambient speed metal. That's a key. Don't know what color. That's a key. Don't know what color. I picked up red. Okay. Yeah, I'll take that. Is that red or is that yellow? Hi. You gotta lead your shots, my guy. Oh, I'm here. Yeah, that's cool. Alright, what am I losing? I lost the hazard suit. Oops, okay. Where do I want to get to? Oh, yep, no, let me out here, please. Okay. I love a secret that is hidden within a secret. Way less satisfying when you find both levels of that secret just by sort of groping around in a dark maze. So let me up. Do I want to like be up there to hit the switch to drop it and then find it here? So you're telling me that would be like... This is something? Okay. That's a really good use of using the layered walls to create a secret door, secret entrance. That was pretty well hidden. I would not have noticed that if I didn't look at the map. And then this is going to put us in this little room, right? Yes. And then now I hit that, and it turns that off. And I don't even really need the armor. That's the thing, though. I have the red key. The red key is... The red key is for the doors that we were at all the way at the beginning, but then we fell down the waterfall thing, and now I don't know how to get back up there? Wait, how did I get up here? I went this way? Yes. Okay. Okay. This is nothing. That's yellow, and that's like exit door. Bend down there. Bend down here? I don't want to just leap back down there because, well, because it hurts down there. Bend in here. Go in there that way. This is... There's two of these. Okay, we can go here. Have I been in over here yet? No. Okay, this is new. Good, this is new. Hi. Just the two of you live in here, huh? Alright. Again, very good, very gross walls. Let's try this door. Yeah, I'm so glad I was using... Okay, so something in that room, something in the starting room just changed. That's good. I like that. This has changed. Something opened? What is hissing? You're hissing. You're hissing. Okay, that's actually a really nice refresh of the opening room. Just widen it a little bit. Oh, now we can see in there. That's a new space. Okay, and we're going across this. Okay, no, that's good. That's a good. Hey, you can walk through that too, huh? All right. You must be one of the smart. You must be the brains of the operation. That's why you look like a brain. So it's a pretty nice and dense level. Again, this is Doom the way it did is supposed to evoke a very like original design style. Original as in like faithful to the original, not as in novel on its own. This one does feel pretty good, and like even a room like this, right? Because it's kind of just a room. It kind of just has the extra paths to like a little bit to break eyesight, but it's also not really an own route on its own. It's just like adding alcoves, has some like sets a little bit of a stage, but doesn't necessarily make any sense why the stage is right here. Mostly you look at it and it's like, oh, this makes a lot of sense for how the room fits like a puzzle piece onto the map of the level. But it's doing a great job of that, and this one is I was talking on the first map about how it was fine, mostly very straightforward. This one is still linear, right? Like we're still just keep moving forward, just keep seeing what's next. That was something. That was something. What was it? This is a second secret right here, huh? Double secrets. Where am I? I am in the midst of a double secret. Whoa. Uh-oh. Hello. Okay. Nothing. You should not be trapped in the secret. Like, okay, no. That room was the secret. It should have been clear how to get out of it, right? I do like that it was kind of a double secret because the, you had to go down the hurt path in order to... Really? That feels wrong that that's a dead end. We get there through a blue key. Okay, so then what are we missing? Because... Yeah, no, we've dealt with that. So, this way. I did not finish going this way. Yeah, this is a way to go, right? Oh, this is the up here. Oh, hi! Because the other piece I was looking at is, yeah, around that way. So, go in here. There's that, which is up here. Okay, this all makes sense now. What was that noise? Alright, we could go back this way because now we have the key. You know I want to jump in there. Functional save name. Nope. What? Where did all my saves go? Uh-oh. Gotta get in there. Can I get in the other one? Oh, hello. You seem new. Yeah, no, I'm jumping in there. Okay, yep, okay. Are we going up or is it going down? It's going down. And now we're down here. Eh. Oh! Alright, that's good. I like that. You see them, you know they're related, and then they interact. They work in a certain parallel duality. Now I'm just saying words. Where is this map? This is only map 3. Wow. If this is a 8 episode set as usual, I don't see why it wouldn't be. Then we've got a ways to go. Hey, folks, what are y'all doing up here? I'll take it. Ooh, ooh, ooh! Sneaky, where did you come from? No, I'm gonna tank the hits. I guess he was just kind of right there. Oh, right, because I got the Megasphere, so it's not a Megasphere. It was a Soul Sphere? Soul Sphere. This... This is also... I don't know why this is here. It's a one-way this way. But now we have yellow, and yellow is just go. Yellow is yellow and go to exit. So it says exit, but is it drop into the exit? No, teleport out of here. Oh, good. We go to the torture chambers next. Whoop. Fun. Great. Thanks. How are you? Okay, pretty dense enemy room. But also the balance here of different enemy types so that they will fight against each other, as well as none of the hit scan enemies, so you have a chance to actually run around and dodge and find safe footing, which I guess I did right there. I don't know if I got hit. Whoop. Thank you for stopping it, I guess? A lot of symmetry in maps like this, you know? We walk in here and we're getting hit from both sides. That's symmetry. Whoa. Okay, that dude just took care of himself for me, so thanks. Ow, ow. Got somebody who was okay. Now I know who it was. I like the video game version of identifying you by dental records is looking up the loot you dropped in the bestiary to figure out what you were, because nothing left but goop. Oh, that's nasty. Oh. Nothing left but goop is also how I know that it's time to go shopping for groceries again. Is that a joke? Could be? What if we just sort of clean house over there? Ack. That was my audition for the dramatic reading of Kathy Comics. Just ack. Hi. I don't think we have blue yet, so we'll get in there eventually, don't you worry. Where am I? Came up the... I'm lost. Okay, we started there. Going up... That's blue. Oh, I just went in and out of this room and like didn't even look around. Oh, y'all. I'm sleepy. I woke up today and outside it was my favorite kind of weather, which is like above freezing, but like definitely not sunny, and overcast, and just like a little bit of light rain. Like it wasn't a downpour, but it was, you know, just you don't feel the rain hit you, but you do notice that you and everything gets wet over time, you know, that kind of precipitation. And that is my number one go-to kind of weather, because it is perfect for naps. But you know how it is, you don't get to nap every day, and here we are, and When you have a day that is good for napping, like, it just... your brain shifts itself into nap mode. You know what I mean? Is that just me, or is that... you know what I'm saying? Is that Dip Dare before? Hi, I'm Dip Dare. Okay. Oh, that would have handled them if I hadn't handled them already. What did... okay. No, what was that noise? Don't just noise at me. Explain yourself. I'm guessing all three of these will drop. I like the like lit pillar as the gate, I guess. It's a gate made of one bar. This is a weird. Yeah, but look at the map. This opens. This will change eventually, or like that's the backside of a different room, but they are. It's the backside of that. And that looks like elevator. So... is it actually the backside, or is that just how you escape from that pit if you fall into it? That one's yellow, though. Okay. Hey, let's go into the blue door, because we can. That is a way available to us. Hey, what if you just... what if I just, like... made wine out of y'all? What am I getting hit by? You, Yolst. Right there. Handled. I would like that. That. Wait. Woof! Alright, map secrets, I guess. Something about that just feels like it's wrong rather than a secret, you know what I mean? Oh, hey, hello, fellow tall ball creature. There's our yellow, so... should we just get out of here now? Like... I want to know, though. Because this won't say that it's a secret, and we'll just... I was going to ask why that's an option, but it's to get out of that side. But I like that sort of consistency. It's only necessary on this side, but... can I do it right here? No. Okay, you can only do it on either side. I like the consistency of... this is how this... it based on how you could code it, you could make it work just on the side where it's necessary, but the fact that you make it on the other side to give it like a to give it an object consistency, I like that. How are we supposed to get up there? Oh, there's a whole zone? No, wait. That gets up there. There's something over there. I know where that is. I got yellow. Yellow would put us through there. Boy, I sure gave that a name, huh? It's this way. Let's check in this way. That's why I saved it. To find out if this is at all worth it. Okay. Why is it like that then? So that's to fall down out of something. That is a door. Okay. That's a really weird secret, though, because now this is what drops here. Neither of those counted as a secret area. I just heard something else move, didn't I? I mean, yeah, at this point, come on. Look at this whole zone. There's something I am not understanding here. And we're out. I wanna. See, it says it goes that way, which would be like through here, right there. I flipped something that did something. That opened this. Okay. Okay, now... Okay, so this is... Oh, hello. You knew? Did I miss you before? That puts us up here. And then we're, like, back at 0. Okay. Wait, where is this, then? Oh, just none of this is on the map. Okay, I like that a lot. That's how you keep a secret. Yeah. Oh, that's just a wall like that. Oh, alright. Okay. And then this is new now. No, this is where the key was before. Huh. How long ago was it that I was talking about games that are good, games that something game and subversion, and how you do one and the other or whatever, right? Because I was definitely talking about it in terms of like, oh, this educational game's actually a horror game, or it's actually Frog Fractions, or it's this thing that you weren't expecting. And like, I very much like it when oh, it doesn't permanently protect you from lava. Okay, I was gonna say something about that before, but then I forgot because I started on the tiff that I was about to get on and then already got distracted from. Ooh, secrets? Secrets? Hey! Wow, that is a long run around. But you would do it to... Oh, wow. No, wait. Look at those. Look at that down there. Wow. Do we want to go check that out? Do we want to go check that out? I want to go check those out. Okay, that's not the exit. Wait. Oh, we haven't been in here yet because it looks unhealthy to be in there. But you're telling me this is the... Alright, it's not a fake wall, but it is a... That is where the path will appear. I mean, listen, I could just run it. This will hurt a lot. Yeah, you can't get up there from here. That's not a switch. I'm just shooting. I mean, we're not gonna keep that. But okay, so there's something up there for sure. Does anything around here look like switches? Anything around here look like anything? I can't see anything. It's all dark. Good texture in this room. Like, it is not just straight hallways. It has the like it's sort of like cubbied in on the inside, and these aren't actual skylights, but the drop ceiling that causes the lighting, so you actually get a sense of the pathways by the lighting. This is actually, for being extremely simple, this is a very effective way to add sort of visual texture to a room. Would like to shout out that. When I looked in there and I didn't see anything interesting, really. But then you're telling me what I know, which is that this is... I'm gonna give this a shot. Because maybe when you touch this, it's down here where it's open. There's a whole lot going on over here. I'll take that for sure. This, you're telling me this is something too. Wow! And this is the back door here. Okay, so that's the back door. I want to make sure just this little bit left. Whoops. Bye. Well, good thing I can do this. And yeah, let's teleport back to up here. Okay. I think that's going to be the exit. Ah! Hey, remember last time when this exact same thing happened? Right, and there's that whole zone. Let's go explore. This show's about exploring, right? Let's go explore. Let's go explore. So what we know is we can get in that way by going here, here, and up here, and then we're here, right? Right, so. This. It's not just a door. It's not a chute. There's something behind there. That's something we need to teleport into. Is there any other place that we haven't looked at? Down there is the only place that we haven't like actually looked at. Other than that, I mean, there could be like a switch that we ran past. I would not be surprised by that. Oh, what if that does it, right? No, doesn't seem to do that. I already did this. Wait, so what was that noise? That does that. This puts us here. What's up here? Nothing. No switch. None of that. Alright. That seems to me like a solution I'm not gonna find. So let's just finish off this map the way that is clear to us. I already have that. Already did that. Already did that. Already did this. I do like the things that that sort of opened up. And that came from, yeah, no, we did get that. Okay. Right, because I was talking about the subversion, and if we had taken a map like the first map, which is entirely about oh, that is the normal exit. Okay, good. Mission accomplished. Um, take a straightforward map like the one that we started with, right? Very straightforward, and it feels very like you can be straightforward, but you can feel sort of concept complete. All right, you know, if you've heard of feature complete, but you can be like concept complete, which is just like it's like yeah, no, it is what it is. It does its gimmick. It gets in, it gets out, and it is, you know, perfectly reasonable, complete on its own. No, there's something here. There we go. But then you take that and you build something else entirely in there, right? Like, Grody. That's just there to be that. Cool. Like kind of with Frog Fractions, but Frog Fractions wasn't the Frog Fraction part of Frog Fraction didn't necessarily have an end unto itself, right? Like you could kind of play that and it looped forever, but there's really no end state to that. There was no purpose to it other than that. Maybe more like, you know, Frog Fractions 2, where like you could have a complete experience without getting sucked into the secret thing. But I love the idea of like you could do that sort of thing, like that Frog Fraction 2 style, in like a Doom map, and you get it a. Let me give us one of these for a hot second. You can kind of do that in like a secret exits. So here's the thing that I like about secret exits is that you have this full experience, and then there's like the intended way out, and then there's this like alternate way out that leads into something deeper. I love that. But like normally when you think of a secret exit, you think of like, okay, you have this one really long regular map, and then the secret exit is this small branch off to the side that, you know, sort of changes the path that you go after it and leads to a big branch that way. But you can do it the other way, right? Where you have this like short, straightforward, simplistic map here, but then you have your branch branches into a level that make the secret bigger than the like default, right? I love when a game does that, and you can do that in a map like this, and or not a map like this in a structure like a Doom map. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take a quick minute right here to stretch and to let people know that we're still going, because honestly, I didn't even think that we would be taking this long, but I'm having a good time. I'm not as tired as I thought I was gonna be. Plus now I think we're at the halfway point of this, so just like a this is a good time to take a moment, take a breather, get yourself centered. That is what we're doing tonight. And I just like secret exits a lot. Like it's something I feel like I could do a whole like panel, talk, lecture, whatever on just like what secret exits mean in terms of like perception of the scope of a game. And like, hey, remember playing Tekken 3 and every time you finish the story mode, a new character unlocked, and that happened for like basically until the roster tripled? So that idea of like, yeah, no, if you hide enough secrets that the game is actually triple the size that it presents itself to be at the beginning, yo, that's rad. And I find that like it doesn't leave you with a feeling of depth as in like mechanical depth. It's not like it's like, oh, there's all of these considerations, but it is a sort of depth. It's just like there's still more. How is there still more? How did they cram so much? I was so sure that this was enough, and they did more than that. But that is the trick. You have to make something that is so like feels so complete to begin with, right? And then you keep adding more to that. That's otherwise you get to like DLC problem where people are saying like, oh, it's like, oh, the full version of this game is the version with all the DLC and everything. And it's just like, and you can tell when you play the vanilla game that it's like, oh, they held a bunch back to have more later. And it's just like, that is like a rough balance to hit, right? It needs to feel complete as it is, and then just triple it, and then just triple how much is actually there. And like the idea that like when it feels like nothing's missing, that's where you add stuff, but like you start and you make it feel complete, then you add stuff, and then that's the feeling of just like, oh, there is just more goodness here, nothing that felt like it was missing. I think that's a lot easier to do in, I'm also, I haven't said it, but I'm talking about Mario World as well, right? But that's something you can do in, especially something level based. So it works in Doom, it works in Mario, it works in whatever, where you can just kind of like keep adding more levels, because levels can be self-contained things. They can be different from each other. There's a lot of space for creativity. It is by pure randomness, it is hard to make two levels that are, particularly samey, right? It's harder to do that in a game like maybe like a Mass Effect or something big. And no, because then what do you add? Because you don't just add a level, but it's like, okay, do we add planets or dungeons? I feel like just adding dungeons in like a Persona sense, adding dungeons like that, those don't work for me, because dungeons feel like dungeons feel like dungeons. Enemies feel like enemies feel like enemies. But if you want to add like new characters, new side quests, new story, new plots, new arcs, new writings, new stories actually work really well. Anything where you can have like pacing and twists, right? That's an interesting way to think about it, because you can like I think a lot of times I talk about these Doom levels in terms of like they have pacing, they have subversions, they have setups and punchlines in some situations, right? Like they tell a story, they have like a linear progression that has expectations and twists and reveals and like stuff like that. And like you can say all the same things about writing and about stories, and like this is just a good like. This would be a good roundtable episode, but like, what are the game mechanics that have stories, right? Because I feel like levels can be stories, but like, can economy systems be stories? Like, or maybe it's something about like authored stories, or like, because there are mechanics that you can put in a game to like make it so that you read the story that occurred, but the idea of like there's a difference between like having the next piece of like finding and experiencing the next piece of the story versus looking back and reading the story that was told. Does that make sense? Let's play some more Doom. I love talking about that stuff, but like I generally feel under equipped to talk about that myself. Hey, that little piece of real geometry out there makes that skybox feel so much better, because now there's a level of parallax. Using geometry to add hey, note to self later, use inaccessible geometry to add a sense of parallax to the skybox. Period. New line. Hungadunga, 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 and McCormick. It's alright, they won't all be there when the letter arrives anyhow. Okay, I don't know if that only works on me, because that's how my brain works, but the fact that they first showed me, hey, this path is inaccessible, and then gave me a window to say, but do you want a hint about it? Immediately made me turn my back to the accessible path, which was then filled with monsters. that was a really subtle trap that worked on me. I think that is a kind of trap that works on specific kinds of people. And I'm only just now noticing that the key is up there. Wow, this is a attentionally attention. In regards to attention, this is a dense hallway? Turn? Doorway? I think I would be impressed if I wasn't so salty that it worked exactly perfectly on me. It let me know you are the sucker this was designed with in mind. What? I don't know. So that... I think that button did something... Ooh, I don't remember seeing that texture. Wow. I think that button did something outside, but I didn't know what, because this started happening and that was spooky. That demanded attention. Oh, is this where we started? This seems like where we started. Yeah, because this is that window I was impressed by. Because... Listen, it doesn't take much to impress me. It takes specific things to impress me, but... something, I'm a cheap date, but you don't bring me to a bar, you bring me to a game design conference. Or something. What is the game design idea equivalent of a 6-pack of beers? You know? Or another round of beers. Hey, by the way, it's probably also not healthy that the idea of you can measure a date by how much alcohol is required to get you to an inebriated point. That's probably a pretty clear sign of like unhealthy cultural norms, right? Oh boy, hey. Love to have realizations on a Sunday afternoon. It's Wednesday. What am I doing? Okay, is these blue... Ooh. Alright, stand back here and actually look at it, and yeah, this is a nice little Hell Citadel. I want that stuff. I'm a gamer. I do love things. Blue key? Nope. Okay, that's locked, so we're not dealing with that yet. Alright, let's just go back around. This is where we started. That's the window that we looked at the beginning. So, hey, there's my best friend piece of geometry. I do like the very easy, like, wrapping that we've done in this level, right? Because we started in the middle, around to the right, back over, and then we're wrapping back around to the left to where that citadel is. The citadel didn't open, so what do we actually need to do, right? Okay, that's the next question. What is the safest path here? The safest path is probably the most intended path. That would do it. And it has the matching blue torches that touches to the doors. I really should, when I'm playing these compilation maps like this, I really should keep the list of authors nearby. Not even necessarily so I can call them out, but just so I can assemble in my mind a list of the maps that really impressed me or that I appreciated the design of. Yeah, no, and exactly the torches were our visual language of what we were interacting with. Very crisp, very clear, very subtle and yet clear at the same time. You know, that's a it feels weird to call that subtle, but like the non-subtle version of that is saying like is putting the button on the thing, or you know, putting the button in front of a window looking at the thing. So the idea of just like, it's like, no, you're not looking at it, but you're looking at a thing that matches that thing, so that's how you know that they are connected. It is... maybe subtle is the wrong word, but it is, you know, established. It is using a visual language. I don't know if you would count that as subtle. Why is this one cutting into the walkway here? Is there a secret? Hey, why are these flesh cubes just... why are these flesh cubes intersecting with the rest of the geometry? Don't get me wrong, I love it. What I got? I got red key. Where red key go? Here. Okay. Oh, thank you. What did that do? It went all around these way. Opened the thing. I just didn't look at it. You know when you just don't look at it? That's on me. That's on me for not looking at things. Touch. I'm back. Okay. Now let's find out what that did. That turned this into stairs. Okay, good. And then go, and then... this is back where we started. Scoops! And finally lets us go here. Okay, so this is a really... I like this level a lot, actually. Alright, and that's the window that we originally got fooled by. There's nothing good in that. Or no, that's going to be what gets us that door open, right? But like, it's very dense. Good use of windows, good use of sight lines. It's got pretty, robust, elaborate, mature? Compelling? The pathing around it I find very... I don't know if I just like it or if it feels skilled to me somehow. Competent? How about competent? I like competent. Very competent pathways in this level. What? Do we want to get out of there? What? Hey, Is it just going nuts? Is a monster running over a line deaf? No. Okay, so we're gonna leave this way eventually. No, we don't have blue yet. Well, love this. Love this ominous red room. What's out there? Ooh, I like that. Oh, this is a secret. This is a secret zone. I do love a secret zone that the map refuses to admit exists. That feels otherworldly. I love being outside of the map. Yo, I started to talk earlier about secret exits. Let me talk to you about how much I love being outside the map. That again is a whole nother conversation I could have. I won't put us through it today. What is triggering that? Oh, hello, friend. Hello, friend. That did something out here. That just got undone. I missed it. No, it didn't. Here. Hot. Yeah, it's you. I get it. Competent pathing. The way that it is dense but not confusing, and Let's see here. How can I? Oh, that just goes like that. Okay, it's not not nearly as wide a space as I thought it was. I just didn't realize I turned around. I did those big stairs. What sets that off though? I don't think it would be this because stop it. Who's doing that? Do it more. You can do like paths that are densely packed into the map, right? But to do ones that are densely packed and then also are not separated, like you can just make a spiral that is like a corridor that spirals around itself, but is not. But like every part of the spiral is its own piece of it's like its own area, it's its own zone, and then they're all just crammed next to each other on the map, right? And then there is what we saw here in this opening zone where a room which is like very open and is broken up by things other than purely walls and barriers that you get that same sort of like complex path, that complex like the spiral, but it is separated by more separated by less severe forces, right? And like you are the zones themselves don't feel as separated. You are spiraling in one room rather than rooms that are spiraling around each other, right? And like again, I'm sort of struggling to do this, but like it's a question of sight lines. It's a question of what your barriers are made of, because barriers don't have to be walls. Barriers just need to block your movement. And if that's height differences, if that's maybe enemy placement, things like that, like it doesn't have to be. I'm just listening for something that activates either of those two. Approaching that switch, not hitting the switch, approaching the switch is what does it. Right. You're new. That was the elevator going up. Two. Nope. I missed it. I'm bouncing off walls too much. 3. Okay, 3 is something interesting. I don't really like trial and error door puzzles, but... Okay, now we're out here. I'm very happy to be out here now, though. Again, and this has sort of a feeling, sort of outside the map feeling, that I love. Okay, and that's going to bring us here. This isn't now where we want to be. We want to be in here. Yeah, this way. Yes. Okay. Did I hit that? Yes, I hit. No. Maybe? Yes, I did. I'm gonna check the rest because there's that other really nice looking one that we didn't get through yet. I think I did better going out the other way. Four we did before. 5? Nope. Six? Last one. I promise. Last one. Left side. Nope, it's the third from the right. Got that? That's a secret. Okay, is that a secret area or is that an area we just haven't been to yet? Oh gosh. Okay, no, we went in there. That was that. This is... Yes, no, that's the next area that we're going to up out there. It says there's a secret behind that, which is going to be that room that we looked at over there, I think. We went out here. That was good. They now there. It's that gray line. That's the trigger that was setting the thing off. Which itself was over here and still not appearing. Okay. This is the teleporter we opened up. This is... It says there's a whole thing behind that. I wonder what that's about. Oh, we could go all the way down over there and there's a secret. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Where are we at? This is 5. Oh boy, this is only 5. Alright, so that's... Excuse you. Sorry, you got something to say? Yeah, no, I want to go explore it. Okay. So this is yellow. This is this. We went up there. That's looking out there. But you're telling me, like... Behind that? No. Over here. No. Over in there? That's the new room we haven't looked at yet. Alright, I'm not going to worry about that bit yet. But... I don't know. This room is just like really... This room is really impressive to me. Very specifically. Right. I'm gonna go back to the Citadel over here. Though I think I want to grab this on the way because I'm gonna go through lava. So grab this. I want to get in here and look at this one. going to be this long maze. Then just kind of spit us out right here. But I'm not done. It definitely looked like there's a whole zone right back here. Good. Interesting. Okay, and then second to last one, this one. I guess that one's just a juke. Okay. Whoops. Good. We'll take that, refresh it, and how do we get out of here? Just like that. Good. That's everything down here. That's everything down here. Good. Now we can go into the next area. Curiosity has been satiated. Hey, what's back here? That was way easier than I thought it was going to be. Oh, I wonder if maybe you're supposed to like see this first, and then this lets you know that actually... Right, it's part of the red room, which is way off over here in the Nowhere Land. I love the Nowhere Land. I wanna get an apartment at Nowhere Land, like a vacation home or something. No, up and then up the stairs, and then we go, and then we go, and then we go. It's fine, we'll go. We're going. And then that's going to be the exit. Right. Here's what we're looking at here. Now that's going, but you're telling me... Right here is a door. I guess something else will set that off. Not being up here, though. So... Oh, I'm sorry. This is the Chapel of Scorn. These are all going to open and have monsters behind them for the way back through. Or just right now. Okay. Ooh. Fancy. I think he walked under the crusher and got popped. Skull floor, where all the lights are bright. This out here is a really good courtyard, I guess. Big open space, but then you look at the actual pathing that it affords. What? You? You? This little guy? Shoot. What if I just, like... There we go. Button. Aha! Okay, so that... Ooh. You gotta leap that a little bit. Do that. That's gonna do some stuff, huh? Why is... What is happening behind there, and why is it happening behind there? Yep, nope. Wow, there's just some folks appearing, huh? What if there weren't anybody there? Is the question. I always feel a little weirded out by these wall breaks over here, because it's actually really hard to like you know going back to vanilla, your vertical lines have to be perfectly vertical. You can't have angled slopes. So finding like an organic crack looking shape to make that also fits with like a texture is just I always found that a challenge. And it's just like, okay, so is this like a break in the wall and we're seeing through it, or were these purposely built holes, or why is it like this? It's easy to make it look like, no, there's like JPEG artifacting glitching out or whatever. I'm just gonna save here because I've been through a lot on this level today. Hey, remember that little room I knew was right there? I was told. I found the map and it told me where it was. I did not know that. I did not get the cold read on that little room, to be fair. Looking at here, is a door from out there somewhere. Again, we're here to explore, right? Might as well go check it. So you're telling me it's like... like it... Like it kind of is? Not gun. Not shoot these. Not this. Not here. Do any of the things down there look like switches? Like... That looks like a switch. Yes, okay, and then it drops and now we're down here. Okay. It seemed weird that they would put that that suit down here, right? And the rest are skulls, so this one stands out. Like that's all. Like that's also a skill to Oh, yeah. What if I took the teleporter and got up here? That makes sense. Like it's a skill of its own to learn to recognize and appreciate. Right? It's just like who is good at creating subtle hints. Who is good at saying like, hey, here's the thing that is clearly and obviously different, but just being able to downplay it so that you might miss it, right? That is a hard thing to... That is a skill. That is something you get better at. I don't want to... that's... What? Okay. That... Whoa, what in the... Alright, that's just a mechanism. That is just... Get far enough away and then it hurts you. Yellow. Alright, we go. Ah, I love that. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Alright, there's machines happening back there. Ooh. Ooh. Alright, friend, where did you come from that you got in behind me? You're like appearing over here. Whoa, whoa. Something... Because wasn't that a Kako fireball that came out behind me? Stop it. That looks to me like a door that says exit. Yeah, no, that... Yes, you! I knew it. Oh, right, I've gotten backpacks a couple of times, so... I'm not going to say that a backpack is how you say, hey, you don't have to worry about ammo anymore, but... Backpack is kind of how you say you don't got to worry about ammo anymore. Do I want to be going through here? Am I going to make it? Yeah, that's how you get the key. That's how you take a lot of damage and get the key. Have I seen blue doors, or have I only seen yellow doors? Where am I? See, so this is a situation like, I like this room. I don't really know where this is in regards to the rest of the map. Like, yeah, it's kind of the hub. I get a feeling I'm gonna crisscross through it, but everything else is like behind corners, behind staircases, behind elevation changes. It's just... Whoa! Ah! Whoa! No, lift me back up. Thank you. I saw it. Yeah, stick your nose out again. And it's not the first time they've gotten us with that. This door is actually an elevator under your feet. Stick. Oh, really? Oh, you think you're tough? Yeah, this is very much a level that's just like, here's a bunch of rooms butted together. So, like, the opposite of what I was talking about on the last map, right? The last map made one room feel like a bunch of different sections. Felt like it was... You were sort of navigating around it and oh, I thought this was like a secret I was going to jump to. I like the look of this. Made it feel like a bunch of made it feel like one room that you were navigating around. Made it feel like one complex room. Whereas this is kind of what I was talking about, where like you have a complex of a bunch of separate rooms, right? It's just like, oh no, these are all pieces that are all kind of separate but there. I ain't gonna say separate but equal, let me tell you that. This is different. I don't know what invisibility is actually good for. Like, yeah, you can be invisible, it's fine, I guess. They know where you are as soon as you start shooting, because they just aim for where they're getting shot from. I would do the same thing. It lets you get the first shot off, I'll give it that. See, he's perfectly tracking me now that I fired once, so... But yeah, so like, yeah, this is an interesting room. I like the... It's got the overlap of the different materials. It's got, I keep hitting jump by accident today. It's got breaks in the lines. It feels very organic. I don't remember where we were standing where we could see that from. That's where we came into this zone. But like, it's its own room. I don't know where it is. I could not give you directions to get here necessarily. And it's just like, it seems like, what's the word I used? I called it, really? Because it does look like it should be right here, right? I didn't call it mature. I called it, competent. A certain competency, like almost like a certain elegance, maybe. That this one is just like, I had a bunch of interesting pieces, and then I just mushed them together, as opposed to I found a way to, you know, it's maybe it's like the difference between, you know, you say like, oh, elegance is when you can do a lot with a little, and then this is sort of the opposite, where it's like, well, I can do a lot with a lot. You know, like, I'm not gonna say it's bad. This is all fine and interesting, but it is. it is as much as it feels like, I guess. I don't know. I don't quite know what I'm trying to say with all of this. Hey, are any of these actually places to go or what? That's that. That's out there. I think I need to get over that somehow. There's something over there. There's like a staircase over there. Let's go check out that staircase. Alright. Because this, but we don't just go in there. Here. I immediately went in there last time. Okay, because now it's time to... Yeah, I can't jump that. Oh, this is this whole floor, huh? Okay, we're not making that, so... I would understand why that's there if there's like a blue door down here. So if you did not have the blue key yet, then this would be a dead end. And you would need a way to go backwards. Huh, okay. Hey, what's up? I would say get Zorched, but that's... No Zorching in this game. In this game, you just straight up ruin beasts. Yeah, no, I know you're up there. You don't gotta throw a tantrum. I'm not ignoring you. Oh, that's a red, and we have a red key. And then what is this direction for then? Is this some place we've been and I just went a different way? Hello. You look like a secret. Hey, frickin' finally. I am lost now though. Okay, so wait. Oh, that's that it's here. It's this rocket launcher room. This is, yeah, I went this way last time and was confused by this room. Oh, but this room is out here and I just couldn't even see it. I don't know, man. They're not bad rooms, but sight lines are kind of unconsidered, I guess. Or maybe they were considered and just, you know. I don't want to ask like, oh, this person messed up because they didn't have enough sight lines. But it's just like, because like, you know, design is art, so there's not a correct way to do it. I've been going over this a lot lately, but like conceptually, like there is no messing up in art in like an objective sense. But there is. Why do I have rockets equipped? Boy, I'm just losing it. But hey, this was just hidden. Never would have known this was here. Still don't know this is here. Where it's here. Hey! Oh, hey! No, I'm just dumping. Hi, my name is Duncan Rockets. 1 health kit, that's all I needed? Alright, fantastic. What did I come back here for? I got a yellow key. Let's go deal with that, because it's like the only thing I can think of to do. I don't remember if I ever used that blue key anywhere. Art messing up. Right, like there's not like, you can't art wrong in measure of art. But and this was like very like, you know, arguments between students in high school, but there is a sense of like the way you can be wrong is that you can fail to create what you intended, right? Like if you have a style and your style is like, oh, I you know, I focus on this part and I show this using line, and I instead of showing this using, oh, the start door is hidden in there behind the growth. That's actually, that explains why we started at such a weird view, odd angle. Don't know why we started with that weird mechanism. Yes, you're cute and clever having been able to build it, but that's, listen, man, the whole thing ain't necessarily a winner because you start with that. Oh, why are these bent so out of shape? Oh, it's like forced perspective. Jeez. You can't necessarily fail to create art, or you can't necessarily make art wrong, but you can make art that doesn't match what your artistic intention was, right? So kind of the only way to measure the success of art is to measure it against the artistic intent. So that's why, like, I can look at that map and being like, I don't, you know, I think it has issues in terms of building a good sense of place. Even like, if that wasn't necessarily artistic intent, that doesn't mean it was wrong. You know, if the artistic intent was, I'm going to make a bunch of interesting rooms, yeah, totally succeeded at that. Sort of my, like, belief, opinion, I forget which one of these fall under, but like, but I do have my sort of like existing mental structure that says the way that you make a good Doom map is the better Doom maps are the ones where you can do where you can make that mental map and you do have that sense of place and being able to track yourself. To me, that is a sign of a better Doom map. So like, but that's also like my sense of better Doom map, and that doesn't necessarily mean everybody's on that same page. Do you know what I mean? I guess that is sort of my opinion of what makes a good Doom map. And a BFG back there. And different textures for walls. Okay, this is a zoning level. It's like I always feel like I really need to couch what I say, because like I'm not going to say they did it wrong, because I do not believe that the only way they could have gotten it wrong is if they failed to do what they meant to do. If they did everything they meant to do, great, you did it right. And then at that point, if I still don't like it, or if I could see improvements to it, that's because I'm that's where I have to catch myself, because then I'm measuring it against what my own intentions would have been, which is unfair because they made it, they were building it to their intentions. It would be an unfair measurement to measure it against what my intentions would have been, right? Like I almost Control S'd. I've been doing a lot of drawing lately, and that's just in my hands now. Whoa, that's an arrow. I want to go that way. But you know, if you wanted to compete in, you know, if you wanted to compete in you know, the long jump, and you trained yourself for the long jump, and then it's just like, yeah, no, the number one thing that matters in long jump is how long your jump is the difference you cover. And then, you know, you get there and it's just like, yeah, that was the longest jump that we saw, but you weren't wearing the, you know, the season's most fashionable colors, which were red and blue, and you didn't have any of that in your outfit. It's just like, well, no, that's not what I signed up for. That's not what this, like, that's one of those things where you have to and so something like a sporting event would have like an organizing body, right? That says like, hey, this is what we're doing, this is what we're putting it on for, this is what the intended intent of everyone participating is, right? So you wouldn't have that up front. Art is different because you like yeah, you can make art, but that is like that is like an overarching intent. The idea, like, when you make a piece of art, the intent of it can be entirely different from any other piece of art. And so you do get to the situation where it's like it's not that all art is acceptable, but it's or like, it's not, I don't want to say there are some arts that can be invalid. I mean, I'm the jerk, I kind of do want to say that, but I want to put it technically where This is me just trying to only say things that everybody can agree with because I'm a perfectionist and it has led to issues in my life. Listen, we can talk about that later. But like you, what is in there? Have I been in there? I have not been in there. I'll save that. Oh, we can just fall in here. The fair way. My stance is the only fair way to critique art is to critique it to the artistic intent, right? Because you know the long jump is a weird the long because when you okay, so the long jump example, it's named after, like, it is sort of named after the intent, right? That, you know, it's like, oh, long jump, we are here to jump long. All right, fine. But art isn't a verb, I guess. It is not a measurable act in itself, but it's like, okay, you know, or it is in like, okay, you could say, hey, I hope you like meta discussions about art. It's my favorite thing. It's not, but it's something I end up doing a lot. Like the action of the action of art, I have always considered to be to evoke or to capture. It is a form of communication. It is to describe in such a way as to evoke or recreate or something, right? And with that, what did I pick up? I picked up red. I can use red over to the left of here. Okay. So you can say, like, so in that sense, you do have this sort of like objective. Let's take that as a given, that art is a form of communication that is to either describe or evoke an emotion or evoke a picture or evoke a mindset or evoke an atmosphere, or it's to evoke something, right? To use through some kind of medium to create a picture or a feeling in the audience's mind, right? It is to evoke something. But that still isn't necessarily memorable, right? Or measurable. That's not necessarily measurable yet because it is half a description. Like, and that's, I think, where the breakdown usually happens, because like who most successfully evokes what? Because I find that that's where the actual breakdown happens, because if some people, a lot of people only know how to recognize when certain things are evoked, or, you know, the talk about, like, okay, do games have to be enjoyable to be games, or, you know, something like that, or like, do you have to like a movie for it to be good? And so that's the thing, you start to confuse like the success of its arting, that gets confused because you are not sure. I'll take that, whatever it is. If it is evoking something that you do not look, if it is evoking something that you do not know how to recognize as something that can be evoked, that can be mistaken for failing to invoke, right? Evoke, whatever, whichever. I really just want to slip in there and get that, which I don't need. I have blue and I have red. Where do I get blue? Blue is up there. Blue is somewhere. I don't even know if I've been there before. Jeez Louise. Um, so like if you only know a movie as if you only know a game as a form of art, if you can only recognize it as evoking fun or challenge or something like that, then yeah, if then a game that isn't fun, you might call failing to be a game or failing to be art. But that's because it's like, well, it has not evoked fun. Confusing, it has not evoked fun for it has not evoked anything. And boy, is it possible to evoke nothing? I don't think it's impossible to evoke nothing, especially because expectation informs experience. So once you look at it as art and once you go like, this is going to evoke something and I should just be open to whatever I experience, then you could say like, well, this made me feel something, so it did work, you know? But that's also wrong, because that's wrong. That's also like failing to be a metric, right? Because all right, let me just go back to metaphors or whatever. It's like if you had a light bulb, and if you're like, it's like, well, I know a light bulb is supposed to do something when I run electricity to it. So you hit the switch and it starts buzzing, and you just go like, well, it's doing something, so I guess it's doing a great job. It's like, if you don't know that a light bulb is intended to cast light and it makes noise instead of casting light, like, then that's a different confusion in terms, because now you're saying, well, it has done, I was open to it doing something, it has done something, it must be right. And it's like, no, but it's still not. Because again, the thing that still is missing from those is intent. Has it done what it was intended to do is the thing that keeps coming back around on that. If a light bulb doesn't light, it doesn't matter what else it does, it has failed. So really, like, that's why when you say like, oh, the job of art is to invoke, yes, on a broad scale, but that like that is like a classifier you can put on art as a broad category, but to measure a specific work of art needs to be more specific. What is it meant to invoke? When you know what it is meant to invoke, then you can measure if it invokes that, you know? It's like a active and passive voice thing. Like, yes, the verb is to invoke, but it is half the statement, you know? It's like, all right, I'm gonna go. Well, where are you gonna go? I'm gonna go home. Okay, now, you know, that's some I'm just gonna say past participle, because that is like the only fancy sounding grammar term that I can think of right now, but I'm sure it is something else, sort of. I'm just hitting buttons and running around now because I'm talking about all this art. I haven't talked about this level at all. Okay. Hey! I'm glad I got it. I can't even pick it up. This level kind of feels like two different levels. Let me talk about this level for a second. Because I like what it's doing here, how this center hub we started with has actually just been like slowly, like as we've been accessing the different parts, it's been breaking down and like revealing everything around it and expanding the area and collapsing into one big area instead of being multiple small areas. And this is the one area, and that's cool. But the other area is this whole cave out here, which actually does a really good job of feeling like an island. Like, yes, it's a cave, yes, it's closed in up top, but it has this really good sense of between the light and just the distance of it. It's doing a very good job of just being like, no, the only stuff that really exists or matters is the stuff here, the stuff close by. Like there's some little bits out there, but and like, you know, there is a back wall. So it's, you know, it's not an island, we're enclosed. But when you're here, the way that it's like there's stuff here, there's like a fringe there, and then there's nothingness beyond it. That is a really this is a really good feeling room. It has a totally different feel out here. It makes this cave feel kind of like an island. It makes a cave feel like an island. That's really cool. Oh, hey, this. Where am I going? I think the exit was over here. Yes, this is the exit. One left, I think. Space Ghost. And then but that's a weird thing, right? So like that's kind of where I'm at. Is I definitely feel like you can judge art, but you have to judge it against its intent. Because let's say a level like this was, you know, if you told me that the intent of this level was to invoke the feeling of a city, it failed. It did an excellent job of invoking an island. I don't know what it's hard to judge. So it is nearly impossible to judge art without knowing the intent behind it, right? You can say, did I find it? You can go over, did it invoke? What did it invoke? How well did it invoke those things? But there is some point where it's just like, oh, this level really successfully invoked a feeling of an island, even though it was in a cave, and there's like a surrealness to that. I can say that's really good, and sort of like I can think that's really, I'm open to it, and I'm saying here's what it does well. It invokes well, so I am doing that, but I can't really. I can say this is what it does well, but then I can't docket points where it fails to lean into that, because I don't know what his actual goal was. I can say it did well being an island in a cave, but if it wasn't trying to do that, the thing it does well could be the mistake, you know? I can't say what it does wrong if I don't know what it was trying to do. I can point out the things that I feel it has done right regardless of intent, you know? It's only a mistake if it's the opposite of what you were trying to do. So if you don't know what you were trying to do, you don't know if it's a mistake. And that's a weird thing about art, is when you are in a sort of like, when you have the context for a piece of art and you know, like, and that gets into, like, art is kind of like a joke. A joke doesn't work if you have to explain it. So in a weird way, like, art is kind of the same way. Like if the art fails to evoke the intended thing without an explanation of the art, or like how they were trying to do it, then your art didn't really work. But you also can't know that until you are in the situation of having it explained, because that is the point where now you have a reference point. Until you know that it isn't what it was supposed to be, you don't know if it worked or not. You may not be able to recognize what it was trying to do. You may not, you know, I have heard music that is meant to invoke displeasure, and it is like being successful at being bad, and that's valid. But if you don't know that it's trying to be bad, and you're just like, oh, this is just sort of displeasant and I do not like this, it's just like, you can say that and you can make it your opinion, and it's just like, it's like, this is what it's evoking though. Like, you can't call it wrong because it is evoking. And without knowing, like, again, art is meant to invoke. As long as it invokes something, you can't say it's being wrong at being art until you know what it was trying to evoke, and then you can say whether it was right or wrong at evoking that. If something evokes displeasure and it was supposed to invoke pleasure, yeah, that messed up. It's sort of like an awareness of the specific awareness of the intent is the more specifically you know the intent, the more you can actually measure what it did. But it's just like, the order of more specific goes down like, was it created? Was it intentionally created? Was it does it evoke something, and then does it invoke what what the creator intended it to evoke? That, because it sort of goes down. These two are necessary for the last one to even be asked. Like, the last one has prerequisites of evoking and having a creator, I guess. There's one level left. Shall we do that? Gosh, and so this is the end of Inferno. So if this were saying this is the third episode of Doom 1, this is the final level of Doom? And we missed a secret level if it was there, which I don't like missing secret levels. I do. It's kind of like what I was saying before with secret exits, is that if there is a secret level out there that I just haven't found, then until I ever find it, there is more to this game, and I have no idea what it is, and that always makes a game feel bigger than it probably literally can be. Let's do this level, and I'm gonna give my voice a rest. Hey, we're at the core. All right, so final boss time, I guess. Again, not knowing if this was created with the fourth episode, Thy Flesh Consumed, in mind. If it was built with that in mind, then really this is the penultimate boss, I guess? Okay. No, I'm full up. Ooh. Oh, I'm glad I didn't go in there. Yo! I got caught. Okay, do we just need to shoot up into that? Or is there like a staircase somewhere? Or I don't remember what the actual last level of Doom is like. Well, I better grab stuff. And then I don't know how to get back up there. Oh, I get squishy. Yeah, you do this. Although standing on this hurts. Man, this is all... None of this likes me. Shoot. It needs to be on screen. I think. Oh, come on, get that there. The loathsome spider demon that masterminded the invasion of the moon bases and caused so much death has had its ass kicked for all time. A hidden doorway opens and you enter. You've proven too tough for Hell to contain, and now Hell at last plays fair, for you emerge from the door to see the green fields of Earth, home at last. You wonder what's been happening on Earth while you were battling evil unleashed. It's good that no Hellspawn could have come through that door with you. Yay! And then we're home, and there's a bunny, and it's great. This screen always gave me nightmares as a kid, because I had a pet rabbit, and rabbits are great, and it's upsetting to see the decapitated rabbit on the screen. I tell you what, so I want to get that off of there, because I don't feel good about that. That was cool. That was a... That was a cool, it was a set of level that had some ups and downs. Definitely got better as it got towards the end. Again, I don't know offhand. I know that this is a set that was like a community effort. There were many mappers involved. I don't know who was responsible for which. I'm kind of curious to go back and look up a couple of them, though, like that one where I would not stop going on about the thing in the first room and the way that that whole thing fit together. But that was cool. I will double check if there is a fourth episode for this, or if this was a 3-episode thing. That last level was harsh and was a big boss arena. Man, like I said, this pack had some ups and downs. Although, like, a few really good maps there in the middle. Even that first map for being very straightforward and I won't say simplistic. I will say straightforward. That was that was not one of the low points. Yeah, overall not bad. So it's late for me, so I'm gonna go have something to eat and then probably go right to bed because I still don't feel good. Thank you everybody for joining me. I'll see you again next week. Until then, stay home. If you do have to go out, wear a mask, wash your hands, stay as far away from other people as you can. Raise the voices of those who are being oppressed, unless their voice says, hey, let's oppress everybody or specific people, because forget about them. They are not working for good. And the rule that underlines all of the rest of these is take care of one another. Take care of each other. I'll see you next week. Button.